Look, man, there's only two Swordboys. Just deal with it.
Look, man, this is the last V time until you're here in person to do it live.
Jesus, man. And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of V-Time, episode 178. We get to finally finish up Swordboys, and Alex is more happy than a fucking Christmas tree.
Why we got more Swordboys?
We did not cover all the Swordboys because I honestly way too many. The proxies of them should be up. I'm not going to promise a date, but soon-ish. But we do still have to finish up with the Stagler, triple rares, and some cards here and there. Overall, this set's been looking really amazing, but then we got to cover some start of set 12 and a lot of news. A lot of news.
A lot of news.
So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. But before that, if you're interested in buying any cards from TCG Player, please use our affiliate link down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel, so it can bring more great videos like this straight to you guys. And with the English being hard, let's go straight into this last Swordboys. Starting us off with Tsurumaru Kun Inaga Kiwame. He's a grade 2 triple rare in the set. It starts off with the Shinken Hitsatsu ability. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, this unit gets power 5 until the end of battle. If you did not countercharge this turn, cost Soul Blast 1, countercharge 1. And then auto, when this unit is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast 1 and draw a card. Fuck, that's a good effect. Wait, remind me, is put the same as like moving it into the Guardian Circle?
Yes, if it back in the day before D era, cards said placed, which meant interceptors and stuff that moved from circles to Guardian Circle did not activate because they were not placed. Put circumvented that, so as long as it got put into the Guardian Circle by moving, placing, or what have you, the effect will activate.
All right, Gandiva players, you know what to hit first. But it's pretty solid. It's a good countercharger, and it draws you cards.
And it's a 15k attacker.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid grade 3.
Bro, it's a generic grade 2. As a generic grade 2, it's a really solid.
Yeah.
But simple, straightforward. Now we got to move on to complicated big effect.
Well, boy. That's a wall of text.
And now I'm here debating if I should let Alex read the name.
Is this the last one?
Yes.
You know what? Just for the shing, I'll try to read this. Prepare your ears, boys.
Just go by syllable, and I need a minute because apparently the gimbal died. No! New angle. Who this? Okay. Now that that's fixed, that's just almighty. Just go syllable by syllable.
Yamen Bagiri Kunihiro Kiwame Sento. We did it, boys.
Now what's the ability?
Continuous Vanguard Rearguard. This is also regarded as... Oh, my eyes. Seriously, I can't really see what that says.
Yamana Belagiri Kunihiro Kiwame without the Sento.
There you go. Continuous Vanguard during your turn. If you have 2 or more grade 3 cards with... Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know if that made it any better or not. Rear guards with Kirihina and card names. All of your front row units get power +5 until the end of turn and crit +1.
Yes.
This unit gets plus.
This unit gets critical. Front row gains 5k, so it's a half persona right crit to Vanguard.
Yeah. Auto Vanguard. If you persona road this turn, you may pay the cost with counterblast 1. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. You can put a card with same name as your unit on your rear guard or hand to soul. What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, same name as Vanguard from rear guard or soul or hand.
Draw Draw a card, choose a card from your hand, call it to rear guard, and gets power plus 10, critical plus 1 until the end of the turn.
Nice. Legit question. Do you have trouble reading?
No. It's I don't know why. For some reason, the text is like really hard to read for today.
Is that better?
A little bit, yes.
Cool. We'll figure it out as we go. But overall, not a bad card. Like, it's a mini persona ride if you have 2 grade 3s in your soul, which the easiest way to get them is either through the effect or persona riding, which means it's either 5 kit at the front or 15 kit at the front. And the Vanguard's double critical, which is always good and dangerous. And on top of that, if you its main effect is literally just draw a card, call a card, and the card you called gains 10k and a crit. Like, in what world is that not good? Just call the thing that restands.
Remind me, the grade 2 that restands, is it at the end of its battle or at the end of the battle of your Vanguard?
You know, good question, because as I said that sentence, I got curious myself, and I don't remember. I believe it's Limit Break 5, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 restand this unit, but I do not remember.
Because if it restands on its own effect and not from a Vanguard attacking, then it's pretty good, because that means it's going to swing with double crit twice.
It said that I remember the name, Mikazuki Munechika. It's like a very name. Anyway, its effect is, when this unit attacks, perform all the following according to the number of cards in your damage zone. So Limit Break 3, it gains 5k, it's a 15k, which means with the combination of this grade 3, it's basically a 25k double critical attacker. Or if the full effect is active, 30, honestly.
Or Persona Ride 40.
Yeah, Persona Ride 40, actually.
Yeah.
This is a 40k double critical on a Persona Ride with the grade 3 we just mentioned. Limit Break 4, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or bottom of your deck. Limit Break 5, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, stand this unit. So yeah, you can potentially have a 2-swinging double critical 40k boy when you're at 5 damage.
Yeah. It's even funnier is if you riff that Overtrigger we talked about earlier, give it another crit.
The grade 3 calls the card and gives a 10k and a crit at the end of battle. Overtrigger triggers during drive check.
Okay.
So you can't break it that much, but I like where your headspace is at. But still, just being able to call something that can restand on its own when you're at Limit Break 5 and has a crit on top of it, that's like, I'm going to just finish the game now. Overall.
Seems pretty solid.
Huh?
Seems pretty solid to me.
Very solid, in all honesty. Like, it's a simple, like, whenever a simple effect happens, it's good, because you got to think. You swing rear guard, you swing rear guard, or you leave one of your rear guard sizing, doesn't matter. You swing this, and if you have the combo we just mentioned with the grade 2 that restands, this is swinging double critical. That grade 2 is swinging twice double critical, and if you by chance left a unit standing and ripped a crit, you have another double critical unit in the other column. Like, once your Vanguard attacks, there's nothing but double crits coming at your face.
What was the original guy at this do again? I remember it being pretty good. The original
boy, the one that this card counts the name as, was literally only Vanguard. If you Persona Ride this turn, it's a critical +1. So on Persona Ride, it's double critical, just the Vanguard. And then auto Vanguard, this cost may be paid with Soul Blast 1 copy of himself in Soul. When this unit attacks, Counterblast 1, draw a card, choose up to 1 card from hand, and call it to open rear guard.
Okay.
So it's a very similar effect, just they took away the whole open rear guard, they took away, they added some more conditions to make it better. So now it's 10k and a crit to called unit, you still get the draw, the Vanguard still gets a crit, but now you get more overall power. It's like a very much buffed version of the original. Make sense?
Are you tired of the same old lame deck boxes cramping your style? Are you tired of complex designs confusing you in your day-to-day life? Does the carpet not match the drapes? Well, no longer. Introducing Zero Damage Deck Boxes. Form-fitting, functional, and pleasing to the eyes. Match with your favorite units. Hold all of your cards and dice. Your taxes too difficult? Use them to file them. You can even wash your car. Clean your body with them. Clean that dirty body. You know what it is. And so much more. You can find all of these hot hits and more at ZeroDamageGaming.com. Use promo code TopDeckHeroes at checkout for a discount. Not responsible for damage to product when washing in shower or car.
All right. With that being said, Sword Boys are done, and now we actually get to cover cards that are not Sword Boys.
Yes, we get to finally dive into set 12.
And Alex, what does set 12 have to bring us as their first card reveals?
Some fun Stoicheia support in the form of a grade 1 named Resident of the Rose Domain Chipmus?
Chipmus.
It's like Christmas, but Chipmus. Auto rearguard once per turn when 3 or more plant
Gauges, yeah.
3 or more plant gauges are discarded for the same cost of your card's ability. Each unit gets power plus 10,000 until your turn.
So basically, play Gandiva, have an 18k body.
Granfia.
Granfia, sorry. Play Granfia and have an 18k body on the board.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a bad effect. I like the other grade 1 we're going to cover here in a bit, but before we cover the other grade 1, we actually got to cover a grade 0 normal order, Bless the Blossoming Bud. This normal order... Huh?
I just realized it's an order for some reason. I didn't think it was an order.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit less as good as you thought it was going to be, but still pretty
bro,
good.
This is still broken, and I'll tell you why. Because the card says, until the end of turn, all of your units with original power 5k or less get 10k power, and auto when this unit attack hits, you may return this unit to your hand. There's a couple of notes here. One, anything that's 5k or less in its original power does not mean at this current moment it's 5k or less. It can have like 20k on it. It will still gain 10k. Two, this counts triggers, this counts tokens, this counts anything that meets the conditions.
Yep.
Couple notes here. One, obvious things, good in Granfia, good in Roa. Anything that can make tokens, plant tokens. You can even potentially, if you're really stuck, throw down triggers, use this, and then if the trigger hits, it bounces back to your hand.
Yes.
So overall, it's like utility. A fun thing that came to my mind is like, oh look, Stoicheia Griffogira has early game now. Throw down triggers, give them 10k power.
Yeah. It's a grade 0.
And if the triggers hit, they bounce to your hand. So you either get your triggers back or your opponent guarded and wasted cards out of hand.
Yeah.
Or what most people thought about and pointed out, Premium Katrina.
Ugh. And we have just 25k plant tokens.
Bro, this works. They're still 5k bases.
Yeah.
They're still original 5k, so they gain 10k.
I was really happy for this for Roa. And then I realized it's normal order, and I'm like, you're probably never going to play it because it's a normal order because you're always going to want to play the set order instead.
I've seen games where you don't have the set order and you don't play it.
Yeah, but are you going to make the space in a deck that's already tight enough to fit this in?
Alex?
To fight for that?
Alex?
Yes.
I'm going to ride my grade 2 row. I'm going to make 2 plant tokens. I'm going to call Radlina, call Momoke. I'm going to play the order. Momoke is already a 15k base. That column is 30 on its own.
Fair.
You have basically made a deck where it doesn't need to call shit. It just goes burr.
Fair.
All right. Enough of this order, though. Let's talk about the really spicy card that can go in multiple decks.
Yeah, and on top of that, this might be foreshadowing for support in the rest of the set.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got Rosarium, Fairy.
Yep. It's a triple rare. It's actually the number 15, which means it's technically the last triple rare in the set.
Yeah. So auto, when each unit is placed on a rear guard, retire another rear guard. call up to 2 plant tokens to rear guard. So that's pretty good already as a generic support card. And then auto rear guard. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Granfia or Leonorn in his card name and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose one of your other back row rear guards and increase this unit's power by that unit's power until the end of battle.
So one thing to note real quick before we talk about the actual uses of this card. You remember Claudine?
Yes.
How great would this have been in Claudine just for the first effect?
Bro.
But
Granted, you still have to retire 3 your other rear guards, but I mean, still. It makes a free plant token, basically. Just kill a plant token and make 2 new ones. However, you want to elaborate on the second effect and why it's fucking busted? So let's talk about Granfia for a minute. And just say that, this is going to get buffed equal to one of your other back row rear guards. So you're just going to choose your
Rose token?
Your Rose token that's getting like godly amounts of power from your gauges. And this thing's going to be like a hit like a truck. And this is until the end of that battle. Still, I mean, your first swing when you before you use Granfia skill to restand is usually kind of weaker. So you swing with this big number, swing with Granfia, big number, skill, restand this, big number. You're hitting big numbers. And then in Leonorn, it's like, okay, cool. I'm swinging with all these boosters. Say you're on the original triple drive, right? You give all of your power to the booster. It can be either the booster over here and just make a big column with that, and then this gains that power, so that's a big column. Or you can just put this on the booster. This is behind, and make this a PG or GG column.
So our buddy Matt, you know him, he showed a picture not too long ago on Twitter where he ripped the over trigger on a triple driving Leonorn and had the dragon then allowed you to multi-attack an OG Leonorn and was playing with this card. So guess what he did?
That's a lot of them.
He put the 100 million on the booster behind the dragon. Therefore, Leonorn in that swing was 100 million. This grade 1 when she swung would copy that unit's power or gain that unit's power, which means this one would have been 100 million. The dragon would swings boosted by the 100 million unit and then restands this grade 1 again that just says, I'm going to copy that power again.
Yeah. Granted, it's into the end of battle, so you don't stack it, but you still keep do it again.
As long as there's a unit on the board that has a lot of power, you just keep choosing it. Like in the Granfia example, let's say you have 5 gauges on the token, correct? That's plus 25 to the token. That means that token on its own is a 30k. You swing with this is a 38k on the first swing. You swing with Granfia, boosted by a 30k token, right?
It's 43. That was 43.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
You subtract all 5 of those tokens, give it to this unit, give 25k power to it, and it restands, which makes it a 33 on its own. Now the token is only a 5k. But that doesn't mean you have other units on the back row that you might have either given trigger effects or they are on their own. Like the grade 1 we just talked about two cards ago. The one that says, I'm an 18k if you did 3 gauges. Swing this triple rear again. Oh, look, that now is the biggest number back row unit. Let me copy that 18k over here. And now on top of that 33, I'm getting 18. I'm a 51.
I just love how like anything that boosts behind it and you copy it is like, well, it basically just double whatever the booster's power is because you're just going to double up on it.
Like the best part about this card is on attack, you pick and choose which one of your back row rear guards you're going to copy the power. So you just pick the biggest one. So like I said, in the case of the Rose token, if it just drops in power, okay, I'm going to pick the next biggest thing.
Man.
So it's always going to gain power.
So I've been debating on taking a card in Eugene, and I might be really, really tempted if this becomes a thing now.
The back row thing?
Yeah, it's like, that's a cool back row booster. I'm just going to...
Well, speaking of, because I think we said more enough things about this card. Next Tuesday stream, we are actually going to see support for the boy Eugene.
Let's go.
I fly in to America on Sunday. You pick me up. Monday, I'm at your place. You're off work. Tuesday, Eugene gets revealed. Okay. So Monday, I'm putting you through a 4-hour regime so you're strong enough to play Eugene. Oh, and I'm not talking about Cardfight regime. No. I'm talking about gym. We're hitting the gym, boy.
Oh, boy.
But alongside of Eugene's support, there's another deck that finally is starting to see support.
And that is?
For some reason, oh, there it is. Solarian! Or Solaron. Or so, how the fuck you say this? I can read Token Rambo names easy. I can't read this for shit.
The wannabe Hexa Orb support that got outclassed by Hexa Orb.
Solarion. I think it's Solarion.
Solarion.
No. It's S-O-L, Sol, R-A-I, Ray, R-O-N, Ron. Solarion.
Oh, then yeah, you're right.
So it's Solarion.
Anyways, the guy's getting support.
Yeah.
And it is 4 cards of support total to support both of these. So probably 2 each.
I think. A total of 4 cards, including strengthening cards for, yeah. So 4 cards, 2 each. It's hard to say they're going to be upgraded versions like we saw with with Hexorb.
I mean, Hexorb was only 2 cards, and
but
it was enough.
Do you think we're going to see a new Eugene, a new Sol Rayon?
No, not a new Solarion, but I do think a new Eugene is happening.
A new Eugene needs to happen, in all honesty.
The grade 3 is the only thing holding that deck back. The support is so good for him already that if he just gets a better grade 3, it'll be a good deck.
Bro, I'm blanking. What's the new Hexorb? Hexorb, Sorceress, Sapphire? No.
It's Aquamarine.
Aquamarine, thank you. I knew it was like a blue color.
Yes.
Regardless, interesting to see what the Tuesday stream is actually going to bring us. As for the Thursday stream, revealing 3 cards for Dragon Empire, including a generic triple rare for... A generic triple rare, yeah. So the generic triple rare is, I guess, this versions of cycle triple rares, because we just read a triple rare for Stokea. It wasn't generic. It was half generic. It's mostly for Granfi and Leonord, which means we might see a whole new cycle of grade 3 generic cards. We might see
grade 1s, because that's what we haven't got yet.
True. Also on the Thursday stream, they will be revealing us as well as Ichika Nakano cards from the quintessential quintuplets. So we're going to see also what the quintuplets collab inside of set 12 actually is. The whole 32 cards, we're going to see 1/5 of that.
Also, do note, if it is a grade 1 cycle, Luar players get ready.
It's Dragon Empire. Oh yeah, fair, but bruh, just chill, all right? Just chill.
Look, man, I'm on this Luar train. There's no stopping it. It's going full speed on the future.
Don't make me put in some leg curls. Anyway, with that being said, that's been it for the leaks. Kind of slow. There have been a lot more Token Rambo cards. I apologize for not covering all of them. Speaking of Token Rambo, I did say we're going to do it on the channel. I did not expect them to start leaking set 12 as soon. I did not expect us to be lacking on nation fights this soon. So unfortunately, I had to make an executive decision and say, yes, we will do Token Rambo when it gets announced for English.
Yes.
If Token Rambo can get announced for English and we get an actual date, we'll knock out those 6 or 7 or however many fights there are, get Token Rambo done and showcased. To compensate for that, I will work on updating the Google Drive with the Token Rambo proxies for anybody who is interested in the Swordboys and just wants to play with them and test them out before release.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, if you're interested in any of the cards we just mentioned, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG.
They got great deals on singles, clan splits, even cases, so go check out their website.
Link will be in the description. All right. News section time. We actually got a lot of stuff to talk about. First thing I do want to just quickly mention is that the Clash of Heroes sneak peek for English, like per usual, will be containing a promo card. But unlike the previous ones where we found out basically last second, we finally know ahead of time what that will be. And in this case, it's the Grade 1 Stoicheia promo order with the Mystiarch art on it.
All right, Bushiroad. This is a great stepping stone. Keep it up.
You need 4
Don't
of
fall
that,
back.
bitch.
Don't we go forward, not backwards. Note that. Note this.
You need 4 of that card, don't you?
Yeah, you need 4 of that card.
Well, hopefully sneak peeks are going to be on the horizon. But until then, we need to talk about set 12. And we actually do have an English date for set 12. And it will be October 13th. Just before
That's
Christmas,
actually-
we get to play with a mask. Bro,
irony.
Christmas. I meant Halloween and I said Christmas.
The irony that it's going to fall on an October, the Friday the 13th.
Let's not talk about that, please.
This is going to be some spicy sets.
I'm just looking forward to the Evil Eye, the new cards. Like set 12 is looking interesting. Of course, set 13 is going to be the bigger one, but still. Moving, however, because these dates for English are important, we got announced Bushiroad Championship Series for 2023.
BCS is live.
Oh boy. Quickly, this year I am going into serious mode. I am not taking... I'm taking no prisoners, basically.
No prisoners.
Yeah, I'm in it to win it. Casual Philip has left the building. Competitive Philip has stepped in.
For those of you in the US, the gang here will probably be attending 1, if not 2 of these.
Bro, try stopping Hector. He's trying to attend 5.
Yeah. So we'll probably be in either Dual or Atlanta, whichever one Georgia is falling into. Unless it somehow magically falls on my anniversary date, then I won't be there. And also we're going to attempt possibly New York or Rosemont.
Texas.
We talked about Texas too. Hector thinks he's going to do Texas.
I mean, I know why Hector wants to go to Texas. He's got multiple reasons, and I approve him.
Yeah, he has more reasons to go. But yeah, we are going to probably attempt 2. We're for sure doing 1.
But are you going into casual or serious mode?
We'll figure that out more after I see what set 12 shows me.
Yeah, because that's actually a valid point. So, regionals is going from September till December of this year, which means for the English side, set 11 will be legal. Starting
Depending on the
October, so let's see, 13 plus 14 is 27. So starting October 27th, set 12 will be legal.
Yep.
Lyrical Boost set 3 will, or technically Festival Collection, not even Lyrical set 3, it's just Festival Collection will be legal. And let's see, what else? I believe...
Depending on the release date of set 13, if it's
Exactly.
in November, it will also be legal.
Unfortunately, if they follow trends and release dates and the distance between them, Shiranui and Luar will not be legal.
No, but that's what you got. That's what you got a Springfest for.
Exactly. So overall, it's going to be great. No actual dates or locations yet announced. However, we do have format regionals, prizes, yada, yada, yada. So everything mostly, to my knowledge, has stayed the same. Something that Alex and the group, for some reason, didn't know. Most vaccine and mask mandates have been lifted.
I mean, most of the restrictions in the U.S. are completely gone at this point. So,
Bro,
it
I
kinda
went
makes sense.
to 2 Springfests here. Now, one of them checked. I don't know if they were supposed to, but they didn't. So, you know, I think we're in the clear. You guys can actually go to them now.
Yeah. And that was a big thing stopping most of our group. So we actually might have a pretty large group going with us this time.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into topics of that. That's, you know, everybody's personal choice. However, what I'm going to get into topics of is the prizes and the participation promos
Oh boy.
and the small suckage.
Yeah, small suckage.
Small suckage. Why we say small suckage? Well, the participation promos were always kind of okay. This year, they're fucking amazing, but they have a catch. So on screen right now, you see the participation promos for Vanguard. There's 4 for standard and technically 4 for premium / 2V, 2P. Those include Asmini, which is a Kairi card that's honestly decent. That includes Broken Toys that I know Alex wants, as well as Oath of Vengeance figure that Hector wants. The mask version of Zaxu, which is just a flavor card, but always cool.
A Masanori, but yes.
Yep. Sorry, Masanori. I keep mixing those two. Masanori, thank you. Some V cards for Royals and Genesis, one of them being Wiseman, and some P cards of Bobo and Roll Rock, which are honestly good staples in P. So the selection of entry promos is actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
There's only one downside.
It's one at random.
You get 1 pack on entry, and all of these 8 cards are in that 1 pack, and only one of them you're going to be able to pull. And not all 8 cards are in 1 pack. No, there's 1 card in 1 pack. These 8 could be one of that card.
Granted, this is probably a participation pack per event. So if you're doing multiple days events, then you can have multiple chances of getting these packs. But unless if you have like a 300 or 400 man tournament, there might be like 40 some of these each floating around.
And if not, then there's less.
It's a lot less, which means it's gonna be harder to get, which is the same problem we had before.
So what you technically could do, I don't recommend it, is just stand outside of the line, see how they're dealing them, see if there's a pattern, like hopefully you see people opening them, and see if they're stacked like, not random, but it goes in order, like this one, and just position yourself in line accordingly. But that's very hard, very stupid, and unnecessary.
Also, there's another problem with this.
Which is?
Scroll down. There's a fine line of text at the bottom of this. No.
Wall stock lasts.
So everybody and their mother is probably going to be wanting the Thegria, the toys, and the Masanori.
Yeah.
Because it's the mask, and it's easier one than spending $25 to $30 for a mask right now.
True.
So people are probably also going to be tending multiple days just to get the pack. So you're probably going to see a lot of people go, I'm going to sign up and drop.
Yeah. But hey, those people that sign up and drop can also then participate in a free fight where these fucking promos are also gonna be available.
I said you're gonna see these packs disappear fast. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
It is what it is. I wish it was a little bit of a better system. And honestly, I wish they took away 1 standard card, added 1 more V and P card, and gave VP and standard packs. So that you at least have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the card you want, not a 1 in 8.
Honestly, you should just what they should have done is had an option inside of something we'll talk about later. So when you sign up, you can choose which promo you want to get during sign up.
I don't agree with that, because then you have a stack of this lyrical promo that nobody wanted, and all of the broken toys and oaths gone. If people got to choose, it wouldn't have worked. Sadly, that's not a good idea.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been better, but
it's the same reason why they gave you a random imaginary gift when you entered singles. Because if people would choose, protect markers would just pile up and nobody would want them. Because everyone wanted Force or Excel 2s. Hell, Excel 1 markers would pile up to the ceiling.
But we also have other stuff that comes into this tournament.
Oh yeah, top 8 playmats. And I'm laughing at the fact that standard and premium both have OTs on them. Just taunting the community of, these are not going anywhere. Be happy.
No, taunting the community is the one for V.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, look at the deck we hit 4 times in the ban list.
Sad to say, taunting the community is the White Shorts playmat. Compared to the Vanguard ones, that was some poor design work. Like, they really did not do a good job on the Weiss playmat.
Fair.
I've heard an earful from my friends in the Weiss community, and they're not happy.
Oh.
But nothing can be done. Top 4 get a certificate like per usual. Second and third place get trophies this time, apparently. We're getting trophies again. And a non-sponsored invite to Worlds, which will be held in February 2024. And then, of course, as per usual, champion gets a sponsored invite to Worlds, and, of course, a championship promo. Thoughts?
Yeah. Damn, I kind of want that V.
You got a max rarity, your max rarity Valkyrie on deck, right?
Exactly. There's no bar set for how the max rarity for that deck. Damn it.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that Vanguard, which started as a game where you went from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, the championship promos are nothing but are not 0, 1, 2, or 3.
It's a 10, 5, and 4.
Yeah. Like all the other grades in the game are championship promos. Like we don't have a grade 6, we don't have a grade 7. Well, for some reason we have a grade 5, and for some reason have only one grade 10, and both of the only one copies of that grade are championship promos.
You know what's the sad part about this is? Mm-hmm. I can hear the premium Valkyrion player screaming because they want to play grade 10 inside their Valkyrion deck for 10 drives. So if they want to max it out, they got to get 2 different championship promos.
Fun dreams. Anyway, for the most part, that's about it for the championship series. There is one more change that kind of isn't important. Okay, it is. I've seen scenarios where this happened at the end, so it does come into play and it does matter. End of time rules have been updated.
Ooh.
So end of time is basically 10 minutes or whoever, or at the end of 3 rounds. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Whoever it's done, it's done. But instead of when it's done, it's a double loss. They have brought back damage comparison.
Thank God. I hated it like when a judge just came over and be like, oh, you got it.
You guys aren't done? Okay, double loss.
Yeah. That was...
Bro, we had that happen in Italy. Last round of Swiss. My team, I win it. My buddy loses. And then Eric over there is playing against an Eva with Jet. And they go into time. And then they go into turns. And it's 0, 1, 2, 3. The Eva player, she not only heals to match damage, but then triggers the OT, stopping Eric from even attempting to cause damage. Ends in round 3. They both have same damage, and it's a double loss. So, yeah. Irony of that, both our team and their team got then first and second in top 8.
I just remember whenever I went to Dula, I was playing Premium, and I was watching Anthony play his deck out deck.
Oh, yeah.
And he got the loss just because time ran up. And I was like, that's not fair, because he actually had the game too. Like, he had the combo to win the turn if he actually would have played out the turns, but...
I remember him saying, because I was at that tournament, I remember him saying, like, if he knew more about the timeout rules and how 25-minute rounds and all that, he wouldn't have taken that deck. Because that deck was literally meant to stall and deck your opponent out. And if, time and turns and all that just screwed him over.
Yeah. But
so,
hey,
yeah.
I mean,
Bushiroad Championship Series. What?
I said, yeah, better improvements. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of exclusive stuff, July 1st is the Anime Expo in California, or technically from July 1st to the July 4th. So anybody who is either going there or is in Cali and wants to go there, maybe you'll want to stop by and pick yourself a deluxe collector set for Vanguard.
Yep. It has most of the ride lines that were frame rared and full frame rared into SP.
Yep. Including Nirvana Jahiva, the Leonorm from the set, Velstra, Drajul, and even Youthberg. And then also for some reason, Basagara, Mag, and Bastion.
So if you're not a big fan of framerares, but you like SPs, this is your box.
Bro, I want that Velstra so bad. That Drajul too, but that Velstra's calling to me.
You don't like the framer?
I don't have a framer.
Oh, I thought that came in full framer.
Yeah, but I don't have it. Like the Velstra framer is nice and all, but that SP just looks different.
Granted, if this is the same thing as the chair expos,
it basically is.
It might be pricey.
It probably is. But last bit of big news that actually is really cool.
Yes.
Bushinavi has finally come to the English/global side.
And for those of you who do not know what Bushinavi is, it is the system that's been used in Japan for finding shop tournaments, signing up for tournaments, pre-registering, and creating your deck log codes and everything to store your decks. It's
basically a helper to help your whole Vanguard experience. You know, oh, I want to go find a tournament. Let's see if anything's nearby, currently playing. Oh, it's one here, sign up. Here's my deck list already on my phone, ready to upload, yada, yada, yada. It just makes the whole thing more friendly and lets you find places to play a lot easier.
Yes. It's a bit buggy, but they are fixing it.
To be fair, that I will bash them on this. They abruptly transitioned the app from the Japanese version to the English. There's some Japanese text still here and there. Some of the stuff is not working as it's supposed to. The zip code on launch did not recognize letters, so anybody from the UK was just fucked.
Also, it's broken for the US for area codes too, so...
Yep.
I don't know if they fixed it today or not at the time of the recording,
but they are slowly fixing it because the UK can now register. So they are making an effort and it's slowly getting fixed. It was somewhat prematurely released, but in today's age, what isn't? Like most video games now are just prematurely released and full of bugs, right? That's like the standard.
I think I know why.
Why?
And I think it wasn't because of Bushy.
It was okay.
I think Side Games forced it.
Since Shadowverse is coming out and the game's being released and they want people...
They wanted to have a way for them to find shop tournaments for Shadowverse on launch.
Look, this is a whole discussion about management, project management, deadlines, and everybody doing their work. I don't know if people were lazy and just didn't do it right, or if it was just so complicated, it needed more time and they rushed it. Don't know, can't judge. That's a business decision. I just know Bushinavi is here. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm happy it's here regardless. Exactly. I've been wanting it for about 3 years when it first dropped in Japan.
Like, just having your deck codes on hand is one thing that I'm already happy about. And then just by using the app already, I found out, there's actually some Austrian shops near me, not too far driving distance, that are holding Vanguard and Shadowverse tournaments. I just might go.
Also, fun fact that I also like about this, the deck log is slightly different on here than it is on the website. So you can store your own deck logs with your deck names on them, but you can also go back and re-edit the same deck log instead of having to make brand new ones every time you want to change it. The deck.
There we go.
So you don't have to worry about losing your deck code.
Oh, there we go. Overall, exciting news, and we're happy to have it. But with that being said, we're going to end this episode here, not go for an hour. We still ranted quite a bit, but it was better than usual. If you like the video, please leave a like, share with your friends. Comment down below what you think about set 12 releases, Token Rambo finishing, Bushinavi, here, this, that, or if you're just overall excited for BCS season. Well, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get notified, even become a member for some awesome perks, and follow us on the socials. But with that being said, ending episode 178 here, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Woo! Yeah, I got no funny bit at the end. My brain just went blank.
I'm trying to think of how to do the Leonore and Granfia promo or grade 2, right, or whatever.
What?